Okay, so this is our second video for orientation for Kinesiology 300. Um, just as a side note, this is my second attempt on this particular video. For some reason, I was 8 minutes into this into a last video and my computer crashed, so let's hope that that doesn't happen again. Okay, so let me backtrack. So video number one had ended with the orientation. I believe I covered that pretty thoroughly, so I'm not going to go over that again. So I'm going to continue on with and explain the other components or the other parts of the course content for our class. Okay, and so the first thing that I want you to know is that once you've done with the orientation, then you start to get into the course content. And so I just try to organize this as much as possible. Even though there's a number here, 4, there's a module number here. So module 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there's 4 modules that house or comprise the content of the course. And you'll notice that there's a chapter that corresponds with each module. For example, chapters 1, 2, and 3 correspond to module 1, and so on and so forth. One thing I do want to bring to your attention is that I decided to group the content or the information that's covered with module 4, or chapter 4 with chapter 8. I just felt that those two were more related. The information and the content were more related to one another than it was up here. Okay. The other thing I want you to understand is I did kind of narrow down the amount of information that's going to be covered in this course because this is a second 8-week course. This is an accelerated or a condensed course. Very important for you to understand that. Very important for you to keep that in mind as you work through this course. You need to stay on top of this course. The next thing that I want to point out to you is that all assignments for this particular chapter or for these chapters or this module are due on October 31st. All assignments for this particular module are due on November 18th, and you can kind of see the pattern. December 2nd, December 12th. So keep that in mind. The due date that has been set for all of the assignments here, and we'll take a look at those in a minute, have been set for these particular dates, okay? Let's see. Okay, with that being said, I want you to know that the access date or availability date for all assignments in this class has been set for, I believe it was set for last Saturday, October, whatever that was, I think the 7th or something like that. So what does that mean? That means you have access to all of the assignments in these modules. You can work ahead. You just need to make sure that those assignments are completed by these dates. Okay? All right, so let's open up Module 1, Chapters 1, 2, and 3, and take a look at it. So here's all the assignments that are associated with these chapters in this module. SmartBook, Query, and Exam. Those are all Connect assignments. It's best for you to navigate to those assignments from this module. Okay, they're all links. You can see how that's underlined. So you just click on that and you'll navigate right to it. Okay, now social justice talking points. This is a non-Connect assignment. This is housed in Canvas. You need to make sure that you understand that and you complete that. This is what I refer to as one of, I believe, 5 or 6 written assignments for this class. All right, so keep that in mind also. Okay, and that's pretty much the format for each of the modules. So let's take a look at Module 2, Chapters 5, 6, and 7. Here are the SmartBook. SB stands for SmartBook, the query questions, and Exam 2. By the way, the exam only focuses on questions that pertain to those chapters that are covered in this module. Those are all Connect assignments. And then pay attention to this. Here's a biomechanic segment and an exercise physiology segment. And remember, I talked about those icons, those Canvas icons, where here is this, these are a page. This is a page. So there are assignments associated with each of these segments that you can access from the page. So it's very important that you open up that page because there is course content in there that is important for you to get access to. So here's the page for the exercise physiology segment. And so navigate through here. And so I've arranged it to say, what do you do? So I want you to read or watch this SlideShare presentation. Here is a quiz. The questions are based upon the SlideShares. SlideShares is just another application very similar to PowerPoint. And then here is a written assignment on the ACSM, the American College of Sports Medicine. You're going to do a position paper. So then you just open up that. So this is the main way for you to gain access to the instructions for this particular assignment. And that comes from this page. So make sure that you pay attention to that. And you get that from the module. Okay? And same thing with the biomechanics. So this icon represents an assignment. This icon represents a page. You need to open up that page, review the content in there, also gain access to the assignments for that particular subject from that page. Okay, so let's move over to, or move down to Module 3, Chapters 4 and 8. Again, here are your Connect assignments right here. And then here is a non-Connect or written assignment on Title IX. Don't worry about the -2. That's just, don't worry about that. And then open up Module 4. Here are the Connect assignments. And then here is the non-Connect assignment, the written assignment, career opportunities. Okay? So hopefully that makes sense. Now, a word about these Connect assignments. Make sure that you navigate to those assignments from Canvas. Don't open up a web browser and log on to your maybe McGraw-Hill account and then navigate to your Connect assignments that way. Do it from Canvas because Connect has been synced with our Canvas site, and then upon completing the assignments, the grades will get transferred from Connect to Canvas. All right, let me think here. Let me take, here is another possible way to navigate to assignments. And that is through, there's two other ways. That's through the syllabus and through the grades. So let's take a look at the syllabus. If you take a look at that tab, the first thing that I want to bring to your attention is that over here on the right-hand side of this page, please pay attention to this. Assignments are weighted by group. Okay, so 7% of your final grade is going to come from the orientation. 39% is going to come from assignments. Now, this assignments is non-Connect assignments, like the biomechanics segment, the exercise physiology segment, the Title IX assignment, those assignments. So the highest percentage of your grade is going to come from those assignments. I believe that there is greater value learning content from these assignments. Not to say that that the Connect assignments aren't as important, but I just believe that these are just, I don't know, have a greater value. I don't know how else to describe it. 7% of your grade is going to come from the chapter queries. This is Connect assignments. 27% is going to come from SmartBook. 20% is going to come from exams. So the query, the SmartBook, and the exams are Connect assignments. That is 54% of your overall grade. If you add up all these percentages, it's 54% of your overall grade is going to come from Connect. It's important for you to register with Connect and get started on that. So if you look at the syllabus, this particular page organizes all your assignments very nicely by due date. So you can see here, Sunday, October 31st. These are all the assignments that are due, and it even highlights it when you scroll over it with your cursor. But these are all the assignments, and you'll notice that they are a live link. So you could navigate your way, especially the Connect assignments, from this particular Canvas page or module or whatever it's called. But down here, you need to make sure, now this is just the assignment, but there may be, remember how I talked about pages? You'll notice, see like for example here, the discussion thread on biomechanics, there isn't the page. You need to go back to the modules and make sure that this particular assignment is a part of a page, because there's additional content on that page that will help you be successful in completing the assignment. Many times I get responses from students, and the responses from students don't align with what I am looking for from the assignment, and it's because they missed out on content. And so basically they're just trying to BS me or BS their way through the assignment. All right, so make sure that you are aware of that. Again, I don't think it's noticeable here, but again, I just want to, it's more noticeable from the instructor's Canvas site. But I just want to remind you that all of these assignments are available right now, so you can work ahead. You can work all the way. You can complete all these assignments. You can devote the time and the attention to bust this all out and get everything done, completed before December 12th. You don't have to wait for that particular week to take on these assignments. So I strongly encourage you to make the effort to work ahead. All these assignments are accessible. They all have the availability date of last week, last Saturday, whatever that date was, but they have different due dates. So I know I've repeated myself a number of times. I just want to make sure that that is clear and you understand that. Another way to navigate to assignments is from the Grades tab. If you open up the Grades tab, here they are over here, and you'll notice that they're underlined and they are links. These are links right here. This Grade tab tells you when this particular assignment is due. It tells you, I'm not sure what about the status, but it'll tell you what your score is out of the amount of points available for that class. Take a look at this. Calculated based only on assignments graded. So if you've completed 2 of these assignments, you're going to see down here at the bottom, you're going to see 100%. You're going to see that, oh, I'm getting 100%. I'm getting an A. If I have 100%, 100% usually represents an A. Well, yeah, you know, especially when October 31st rolls around, or October 22nd rolls around, and I go in there and I grade your assignments, and you didn't complete one of the assignments or several of the assignments, well, then guess what? Your grade is going to go down. By the way, in my grade book, I have a setting for assignments that are not completed to automatically show a grade of 0 by that due date. So if I didn't complete any of these assignments by the 31st, these are all going to fill in with zeros. All right. So be aware of that. Your grade is only based on what if scores. So you need to understand that. Calculated based on only graded assignments. Because again, I get a number of students say, hey, Mr. Torres, Professor Torres, I did have like a 95% and now I got a 60%. Why did that happen? All right, I'm gonna have to sign off, and I will have a third orientation video.